coverage you can count on. This is WNEMTV5 News.
Right now, the search is over for the suspected shooter who went on a deadly rampage on the Michigan State University campus.
When we ran out, there were cops there, and they told us to go lay in a field.
What we're learning from law enforcement on the scene. Plus, investigations on the unidentified airborne objects that have been shot down by U.S. military, when lawmakers will be briefed on the matter. And loneliness, a danger to your health.
We have very good evidence that it impacts our cognitive functioning as well as our physical health and ultimately our longevity.
How social connections are actually critical for survival. It's time to wake up Mid-Michigan. It's Tuesday, February 14th. Yes, it is. Good morning, Mid-Michigan. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for waking up with TV5. I'm Blake Keller. Glad that you could join us. Meteorologist Matthew Mondro is here with a look at a very nice day in your forecast. How's it going?
Yeah, Valentine's Day looks great. Plenty of sun.
All right.
As we start off this morning. It is a little bit frosty, though.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, for this morning. But roadway's still in good shape.
Good.
We're talking 50s for this afternoon. Then some scattered rain showers move in for the evening. But unlike last week, it won't be a complete washout for the evening. So that is the good news. But into tonight and then tomorrow, it's the wind that picks up. And that's really the most notable part of the near-term forecast. But there we are this morning. No rain to be found on your First Alert Sky Tracker. Temperatures mostly into the upper 20s, a few lower 30s coming in. So just below freezing, that frosty start, but bus stops also in great shape. Just dress for some typical February chilly morning conditions. The afternoon bus stops, though, you might be able to shed that heavier jacket. We're talking 50 degrees, just increasing clouds, but even warmer than we were for the bus stops yesterday afternoon. Now, we do have a wind advisory for the Tri-Cities, the Thumb, the Central Michigan region, and all locations south. The National Weather Service just issued this about 2 hours ago. That's for tonight and tomorrow. Some of those wind gusts could be over 45 miles per hour. But there's a possibility for some isolated power outages too, which is why we're issuing a First Alert Weather Day for your Wednesday. We'll break down more of those details coming up. And over to your live and time traffic map this morning. No crashes to report around our area. And if you travel towards Lansing, just know in East Lansing, you still may encounter a road blockage or two. But otherwise, though, no incidents to report in that direction this morning. Towards Metro Detroit, also looking good. Drive times are in great shape. We'll keep an eye on those traffic maps for this morning. Check back in with that forecast coming up.
This is crazy. This is really insane to me.
Breaking overnight, investigators are now searching for a motive after shootings at Michigan State University killed at least 3 people. Another 5 victims were transported to the hospital and are in critical condition. Police say the suspect later took his own life. Now that shelter-in-place order has been lifted. Jared Hill brings us more from New York.
The search is over for what police say is a lone suspected shooter who went on a deadly rampage through Michigan State University last night. Officials say the suspect shot and killed himself as he was confronted by police off campus in nearby Lansing.
That 43-year-old male is not affiliated in any way with Michigan State University. He's not a student, faculty, staff. And we have no idea why he came to campus to do this.
A source tells CBS News multiple magazines and 2 guns were found with the suspect, though police have not confirmed those details.
I got a shot fired, complaint at Berkey Hall.
Police swarmed the campus within minutes of the first reports of an active shooter just after 8 last night. Authorities say the victims were found in an academic building and a student union, both buildings open to the public. This video shows students fleeing Acres Dining Hall as police arrived.
When we ran out, there were cops there, and they told us to go lay in a field.
State, local, and federal officers also responded to the shooting in a coordinated effort. The FBI says it's assisting the investigation as authorities work around the clock to figure out why this happened.
We are a community that is knit together by each other, and we will hold each other up.
All campus activities, including sporting events, are suspended for the next 2 days. Local K-12 schools in East Lansing, Michigan, are also closed today. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Well, at this point, police are not identifying the victims in the attack out of respect for the families. Governor Gretchen Whitmer releasing a statement following the deadly shooting, thanking the first responders for their swift actions on the ground and medical professionals currently working to save lives. She goes on to say, quote, MSU's campus is a special place for so many and is now the site of another senseless act of gun violence. Certain places are supposed to be about community, learning, or joy. Elementary schools and college campuses, movie theaters and dance halls, grocery stores and workplaces. They should not be the site of bloodshed. Police are asking the public to come forward with any information that could help with the investigation. You could call this number 844-99-MSU-PD, or you can email tips@police.msu.edu. MSU Police will provide another press conference at 8 a.m. this morning with more information. Stay with TV5 as we keep bringing you the latest details on this horrific situation all morning long. Still unfolding, police in Saginaw have yet to release details of what brought their heavy presence Monday afternoon on Congress near Rosemary, not far from Mackinac Street. Police only have said they were actively investigating an incident in the area, but would not confirm any other details. Today is the scheduled jury trial for a former Saginaw police officer accused of hitting a woman after she spit on him. The incident involving Adam Collier happened in the Saginaw County Jail July 2020. He was charged with assault and battery. His trial begins at 8:30. Continuing coverage right now in Flint, where a boil water advisory has now been lifted. It took effect Friday after a 24-inch water main ruptured, causing the pressure to drop to unsafe levels. The broken water main has since been repaired and repressurized, according to the city. They say the specific water main will remain out of service until 2 rounds of testing have been completed. Crews are flushing water mains around the city, which may cause discolored water. Well, a law many in Flint blame for the city's water crisis could soon be repealed. The Local Financial Stability and Choice Act essentially gave the state-appointed emergency manager control over a city government. Proposed legislation to repeal it was introduced in the State House on February 1st. Now, Flint city leaders say the broad powers given to the emergency manager had devastating financial consequences for many municipalities, including the city of Flint.
We had a water crisis, and a lot of that had to do with our emergency manager taking over and taking resources away from us. Where we stand here today in unity to let you know today is today that we're saying no.
To become law, it needs to be approved by the State House and Senate and then signed by Governor Gretchen Whitmer. In more local news, as repairs continue on Bay City's Lafayette Street Bridge, businesses that depend on the cars that use it say the temporary closure has proven costly.
It's affecting me negatively. It's affecting the rest of the businesses down here in the Salzburg Business District.
It's definitely slowed down a little bit.
So the bridge closed January 3rd for repairs to tide the structure over until a full reconstruction begins in 2024, a process projected to take 2 years to complete.
What's going to happen at that point? Because if they shut that down, we're going to see what we have now. Instead of 1 month, this will be for 2 years.
The current work is expected to wrap up a week from Friday. All right, it's Valentine's Day, everyone, and Bay City Electric Light and Power is showing the love with a Customer Appreciation Day. The company will be at City Hall handing out free gifts and cookies, and anyone who shows up will get the chance to enter a raffle for $100 of free energy. The event starts at 10 a.m. and runs until 4:30 p.m. A new food pantry having its grand opening in Grand Blanc. Fish is inviting the public to its open house today from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. There will be a ribbon-cutting ceremony and remarks from organizations who helped in the pantry's creation. Fish provides food and hygiene products to those in the Grand Blanc Community School District every week. The new location has 3,200 square feet of usable space. If you want to attend, you can call the number right there on your screen. It's 810-695-1880. All right, good morning, everyone. If you are up with us right now, your TV5 News time is 6:08. Congressman Dan Kildee addressing the unidentified object that flew over Michigan. More on his reactions coming up. And a close call for United Airlines flight over the skies of Hawaii. We'll hear from one passenger about his experience on that flight. Let's check outside right now. Roads are doing fine. We're not seeing any major issues. It's quiet, a little frosty out there for your February morning. But take a look here at downtown Flint. Pretty clear, pretty quiet. And if you are headed out, you need to stop for some gas. So look at your average prices in the region. Matthew has more of your forecast in about 2 minutes.